2 wins today. First, let's start with the morning match. Juliana with 18 kills. Just your overall thoughts on the game and her performance.
Yeah, that was something else. I don't know that I've seen a performance like that from a middle in the 8 years I've been here. That was pretty dominant. Chelsea used her extremely well, and the decision making that she was showing and displaying out there was really quite something. So I'm happy for her. She's been working her tail off, and she was consistent throughout the entire tournament. That was a different match for us as we found ourselves in a hole pretty early, I think, in the first 2 sets. But I was proud that we were pretty stable inside out in working our way back. Prefer we don't give up those kinds of runs, but like the way that we responded to them.
A lot of ties, a lot of lead changes in the morning match. How did you think the players responded to that kind of test?
Yeah, I think they responded well. We were in tight situations, and I think our execution actually improved as we got in tighter and tighter spots, which you like to see. We got closer to end game, and we were playing at a higher level than we were earlier in the game. You don't want to put yourself in those situations very often, but I thought it was nice for us to be tested like that and see what kind of responses we get.
And then tonight, 6th win of the season. Just talk about the Upstate game.
Well, defensively, another great performance by the whole team, from blocking to floor defense. I think we kept them to negative and pretty close to single-digit kills in almost every one of those sets. That's hard to do. But there was a pretty nice coordination between the front and the back row that wasn't quite there this morning. So that was progress being made. And again, our middles really kind of stole the show and opened things up for the pins as the matches went on, because they were working hard in transition and Chelsea was using them well.
When you get on a couple of runs like that, as you did against Upstate, you get a little momentum. Did you notice the team feeding off those?
You know, what it allowed us to do in this weekend was to try some different things with different personnel. Now, in that 3rd set, we had a discussion. I was a little bit disappointed in some of the execution for the people coming off the bench, where our expectations don't change at all. You come in, you've got a job to do, and you need to make sure it's taking place. There was a little bit dip in performance in that 3rd set, but overall, I like what I'm seeing out there physically from those girls.
What are your big picture takeaway from the weekend as you go into a very competitive tournament next weekend?
Well, the big question mark was how we were going to manage first touch. It wasn't great earlier this morning, and it was significantly better here this afternoon, or evening, I guess. It's all bleeding together now. So we've got to serve and pass extremely well against the level of competition we're going to see next weekend. Big attackers, big blockers, and they're going to be tough from the service line. So if we can stay in system, I think we can compete with just about anybody. But if they break us down there, it's going to be really challenging.